Hey, do you want to see my flip through? Volume 3. Hi, this is Kim with Mom's Creative Moments. Welcome back to my channel. So I've been working on Ireland Volume 3. I put in all my titles, and now I'm going to go through and do my journaling. But before I do that, I'm doing a flip through just for you. We're here at our Wonderland retreat, and I have finished the Ireland Volume 3 scrapbook, so I want to share it with you. Look at this beautiful view we have that we've been enjoying. It's so fun and inspirational, and I love that I've gotten so much done. Okay, so everybody's been waiting for me to finish Volume 3 of my Ireland series, and I'm happy to say that Volume 3 is done. Well, it's as done as it's going to be for me to share it with you. And that means that all the titles are in. I have not done the journaling yet, but I will do that as soon as I am done sharing it with you. And then I will put the page protectors on and add here the peekaboo pockets. So what I'm going to show you is the completed album without journaling and without page protectors, because the page protectors make a lot of glare and make it hard to see. So you'll have to kind of use your imagination for where I will show you where the peekaboo pockets are going to go. And it just I won't be able to flip them, I guess is all I'm trying to say. So I just want to share with you this completed album. So this is Ireland Volume 3. This is the title page, and it's the same title page in all of my Ireland albums, with the exception that this number changes down here. And I did that on purpose because I just wanted the continuity that each one of them opens the same way. And the first portion of this is County Kerry, where we were staying at a wonderful hotel called the Actons Hotel. I think it was a 4 or 5-star hotel. It was pretty amazing. These are some songs that our tour guide played for us, and so we took pictures of them so that we would have a reference when we got back home. And because this is the beginning of a new day, we've got a new day marker, day 6 of the trip, and here is a map of where we traveled on day 6. We started here and we worked our way over here. So we're gonna travel through those pages now. So this was the entrance to Killarney National Park. We went on a jaunting car excursion. I've always heard that term from old Disney movies, but this is for real. These are what they call a jaunting car. They're pulled by one horse, they're 1 horsepower, and they pulled us through the park, and it was so fun to ride through. This is their largest national park, Killarney National Park. It's in a beautiful area of the country, as you might expect. And we stopped at a friary, an old friary, and walked up to it. This is the footprint of the friary, and because I like to take pictures of signs and things like that. And these are, so we've got some peekaboo pocket work I have to figure out here, because these two, I don't remember how I planned to put these in here, so I have to figure that out and get, before I put the page protectors on. Anyway, these are the only 2 I had. As we walked into this, you may recall me telling the story as we were doing these pages, but as we walked into the friary, we noticed that there were some headstones that had the name Hurley on them. My mom's maiden name is Hurley, and so that set us on a path of, now we weren't really curious about the friary anymore. We had to go find all of the headstones we could that had Hurley on them so we could take pictures of that. my mom is a photogenealogist, and so we went all over the entire cemetery looking for headstones that we could take pictures of, and we got quite a few. So that was really nice. This is the remnants of the friary, and some beautiful, what was beautiful windows. And these open up this way. I added all these cute little tabs so that when I add these to my page protectors, whoever's looking at the album will be able to open them right up, which is lovely and helpful. And these will go right here like this, kind of in a waterfall-ish way. This yew tree grows in the middle of the building. I don't know if that was a courtyard initially and there was no roof, or exactly what the situation was, but this beautiful tree is planted right in the middle of that. And then we continued on our jaunting car journey to this house that was called the Muckross House. And the Muckross House, which you can see here in the background, is a home that was built in the 18th century. This one went up here, I believe. And so we toured that house, and we got to see a lot of history in that. And this one will flip up this way. This was one of the original, I think he's the owner who built the home. And we got to see all of the people who had lived in the home and the different games that they played. There's a larger peekaboo pocket. This was the biggest billiard table I think we've ever seen before. It was so big you couldn't reach across it, which is pretty amazing to me. And these antlers that are on the wall, they said they found in a, what do they call that? That patch of the stuff that they would like dig out and dry and then burn. It's escaping me anyway. These are from, like they said, 10,000 years old. Mammoth, not mammoth, but anyway, not coming back to me. Okay, so these fun layouts were from a secret box that we got a while back, and very appropriate to the time period, so it felt like it would be a good layouts to use for this home. This will be a peekaboo waterfall, so all of these will be not in this order. I'll have to fix it before I put them down, but there's like 5 of them, and they will waterfall down that way. And these will go here. The laundry, this is all the below stairs stuff. And then we continued on to the Torque waterfall area, which was just beautiful. And trying to remember where this one went. Maybe it was here. There was one that going up and one going down right there. Then we had lunch, and this page admittedly is a little bit busy, but I had a lot of photos I wanted to get on here, and so I matted the photos, and it really helped a lot. I remember. There's my husband's $1,200 sheepskin coat that he really, really wanted me to say, sure, we can get that, but I didn't, so we didn't get it. But it would have been nice. That would have been really, really nice. So this was some shopping we did. And then that goes there. We went to Dingle. Dingle was a super cute little town right on the edge of Ireland. It's a fishing village that that has been in a lot of movies, but it's misrepresented in a lot of movies, like Hollywood often does. And when we were there, we got to go and listen to some traditional folk music, which was beautiful. This gentleman was playing the Irish bagpipes. I didn't know there was a difference, but there are Scottish bagpipes and Irish bagpipes. And he was playing the Irish bagpipes. She played the fiddle or the violin, and she was playing the harp, and they all sang, and it was just really, really nice, really beautiful. And this gentleman played his guitar to accompany them. And then the group that did not get to sit and listen to that went to the Dingle pub and got to watch this gentleman dance. And we took a picture of the sign so we wouldn't forget. He's the 5-time world champion in Irish dancing. So really, really cool. And then we went to Murphy's and got ice cream. That was a fun layout to do, and a yummy one. And then we went back to our hotel. This hotel was so nice. We all agreed this was one of our favorite places to stay. And we're at the beginning of day 7. Here we've got another day marker and another map. And you can see that we left Dingle, and we did a lot of kind of circle 8 type of travel on this day. This day has these cute little peekaboo pockets that will open this way from Dingle Beach. There's Emily sporting her crutches. Thank you, gosh, my head. And here's our little group on the beach. Kind of fun. These were the facilities. Their restrooms looked like they were in temporary but permanent trailers, but they were so nice. It was wonderfully warm in there. It was lovely. Quite nice. We went to this ancient spot. Cashel Murphy is from 3200 BC and has been there for quite some time. And my son got some really unique photos from standing on top of the rocks, which the caretaker there seemed to think was okay. But that's what it looks like from the air. And so he was standing on top of that. Each of these little circles was a home for the residents of this area. Oh, here's me sticking out my tongue. How tacky is that? This was traveling to the other end of the island. Just a beautiful, beautiful scenery day. Lots of sheep, lots of green, and lots of ocean. What's not to love about that? We got to feed some baby lambs and all got a chance to enjoy spending time with the caretakers there. Super fun. And a very messy hair day, you can see, because the wind was just blowing like crazy. And then we got to go to where they filmed Star Wars. It was at Dunmore Head. And Dunmore Head is, you can see, has a bunch of these craggy rocks and things like that. So in the Star Wars movie, The Last Jedi, where they have the little beehive huts and things, this is where they filmed that movie, or at least a portion of that movie. And this will go this way. That's why that's upside down. It is an accessible beach. You can walk all the way down to the beach if you want to. We didn't want to. It was overcast and it was rainy. We went to Dingle Crystal, and this was so fun, I have to tell you. It was like going and experiencing Waterford Crystal, but we didn't have to leave Ireland. Waterford is actually in Ireland, but the Waterford crystal manufacturing is now no longer done in Ireland. Most of it's done on the main European continent. And this gentleman that owns this factory was a master craftsman for Waterford. at one point in time. And then he left when they decided to move the factory and created Dingle Crystal, which as you can see, they have wonderful pieces and beautiful, beautiful things. I loved the colored glass, which is shown here. And of course, we had to leave with some, which was a little pricey, but well worth it. Well worth it. Then we went back to our hotel, and we were all so tired that we sent my husband and my son to go and get us some dinner instead of all of us walking out and getting dinner. And we ended up with pizza and soda and some fun pictures along the way. And that is the end of volume 3. So the rest of the trip will be in volume 4, which I'm currently working on. And we will probably finish it before Thanksgiving, at least. That's my hope, to be done with it by Thanksgiving. We'll see how it goes. Thanks so much for joining me. Until next time, I hope you have many more creative moments. Have a great day.